Dozens of Grand Rapids Community College football players evicted, dozens of others walking away before that could happen. That's what the landlord is telling us tonight. We started investigating this after getting a tip from you. And 24 Hour News 8's Tony Tagliavia is live tonight in Grand Rapids with what he found.
Good evening, Brian. The landlord tells us he was approached by GRCC coaches, and they made a deal to provide housing for roughly 70 students tied to the football program, including putting students here at this house where now you can see personal effects, furniture, a mattress, even what looks like a football playbook, just sitting on the ground outside the home. The landlord tells us the evictions had to happen because he still owed tens of thousands of dollars due back in September. The college says it does not pay for student housing.
Today we evicted the last of the football players. I think it was 30 to 40 of them today that were still left.
We found some of their stuff sitting outside Northeast Grand Rapids homes. Beckett Property Management CEO Josh Beckett says he had no choice but to evict. He says he's owed $85,000. And he says coaches approached him about housing players earlier this year.
And basically told us that payments are going to come in 5 months. You'll collect all your rent then. We'll stand behind you. Verbally, they said.
And you agreed to do that, basically, to wait for the money.
We agreed to wait for security deposit, for rent, to help them out, and we really felt that, with the school backing verbally, no problem.
Beckett admits he never signed an actual contract with coaches or the school. When it came time for the rent to come in, he says he only got around 20% of the money owed.
Contacted the school, and then we constantly were trying to figure out, where was the money, and the school will say some of the people over there said some of the students got this money that was supposed to go to housing. The parents say the school got the money.
We talked to 3 GRCC football players off camera. They told us they did get payments in the form of their student loan disbursements, but they say they were never told that money was supposed to be used for rent. They say housing was promised to them. A college spokesman tells us GRCC does not pay for any student housing, and that includes the housing of student athletes. He told us he couldn't comment beyond that, including on whether coaches made a deal with Beckett. Beckett says he wants the school to work with the company to cover the shortfall. And
to keep these kids in college, keep them in school, and right now they're all, most of them are pretty much homeless as of tonight.
The students we spoke with say they are staying with friends. You might recognize Beckett or his name from a Target 8 investigation back in February that looked at his purchase of foreclosures and then how the company racked up some fines and code violations. Beckett told us today that there have been a lot of improvements made, and he has mostly paid back all of the back taxes the company owed. Live in Grand Rapids, Tony Tagliavia, 24 Hour News 8.